I understand when I used to study with Sant Hazara Singh Ji, my teacher of Kundalini Yoga and Tantric Yoga, he will take a handful of water like this, just from anywhere, and he'll say, Satnam Vaheguru.
In the portal, I see you, I know you.
Time is very precious, and you have a short time on the planet Earth, and the direction you go and the frequency you follow determines everything. And time doesn't come back.
In the wonder of you, I look for the view. In the land we once knew.
For you, teacher is a man. For us, teacher was a way to God. That's the difference. That's the difference. For me, my teacher was my way to God. I don't care whether he was educated or not, he was rich or not, he will cheat me or not, or con me not. I thought I had every intelligent right to decide who my teacher is. But once I have now made it, now I'm going to make it, doesn't matter what.
I see you, I know you.
My teacher, Yogi Bhajan, gave to humanity, if we made all the mountains in the world into gold, we still wouldn't be able to measure the wealth of what he gave humanity.
Landing comes slow, that we know. In the wonder of you, I look for the view. In the land we once.
In the spiritual path, we very strongly sort of, we think it's very important to have this very close connection between teacher and student. This is not, we're just talking about one life, this talking about life after life, many life, hundreds of thousands of life. That's why we need very clear, very, how to say, you can say clean, 장마.
Yeah.
Clean and
Pure.
Clean heart.
the mind of student and the teacher is inseparable. Become to the end, become inseparable. It's not two person anymore, like one person. You can put water into water, something like that. That kind of closeness. Nobody can sort of separate, or nobody can differentiate what is the student's mind or teacher's mind, because so close and so match together.
I see reflections of you.
To me, the life is the spiritual path. You've come on the planet, you've given a body and mind, and you've got to elevate, you've got to go up. And to me, the central kind of a narrative is climbing the mountain. And my teacher, he said to me, he said, if you really want to go to the top, I'll carry you up myself. That's devotion. That's Guru Yoga. That's a rare thing. We don't even teach it anymore in this particular landscape.
Gone like the wind, all I see now is falling snow, melting away.
We were about 250 students with my teacher, and my teacher, God bless him, was the most rude man ever born. He was a saint, I know, I'm not denying this. But there's nothing he will tell me to do which is possible. That was the faculty, and early in the morning I'll say, Hey Kalpurukh, oh the infinite God, bless me with the power that if I survive by the night, I shall do special kirtan, special meditation, I'll specially bow to you. Because I never knew that one day will be easy with him. Impossible.
Snow swirls, I lose the view. I see reflections of you. I see reflections of you. I see reflections of you.
Lama Lenpo, Lama Lenpo and me both we start learning under our saint Hazara Singh. He was the Mahan Tantric, and out of 250 students as we started, he survived ahead of me. I think I was better than him, but at that time I never knew that in spirituality there's no place for ego, so I always thought I'm senior to this Tibetan guy, and that brought him ahead of me. This is my feeling. But when he passed away, the energy got transferred to me, and that's the very universal fear, because there is always one Mahantanag at one time. I never expected I'll be. I was in the United States in about 1972 when he said, I'm leaving, you are starting. We started. He was sent by his monastery to learn, came all the way from Tibet to learn under the same master where I was learning. And you can understand this practice. We used to do like this kind of kiryas 8 hours in a stretch straight. You can well understand what we went through. And he was a pretty good guy, very simple. The only thing I enjoyed with him as my friend was that he was most knowledgeable on all words, religious scriptures. I used to call him Mr. Library. Any scripture in the word, and he did help me to understand Shinto and Fuchsia's Taoism and Buddhism at length, for which I am always grateful. And I helped him to share with him divinity and infinity. You know, I am more mathematical, he was more scriptural, so we made a combination. I all say infinity into infinity to zero infinity. He said, what you're talking about? I said, you don't know. No, you tell me scripturally what it means. So we used to have a good time and a joke. He was very pious, happy, great man. He became Mahan Tantric head of me after my master left. And when he left, it got transferred to me. I am intending and trying to leave very much, but I am here. So, as God's will, the light will go to the deserving candidate. Crown of spirituality cannot be conquered. It's always bestowed. And nobody knows on whose head it shall be. But as many years I studied with him, it was most fantastic time we passed. Beautiful, tall, lean Tibetan guy, always meditating. And it was fun to compete with him, but I never knew in spirituality that's not required. But, my nature, I come from a warrior class, we have something wrong in our genes, we fight. And I fought for spirituality also. But anyway, all that ends well.
Gone like the wind, all I see now is falling snow, melting away in the mountains of the mind. I look for icy reflections of you. Sometimes clear, but then the fear.
This is the lineage of the transmission of inner realization, directly from the master to disciple. It is more than from a teacher to the student. The master is who really you have devotion from deep inside.
I see reflections of you. 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 Melting away, melting away. Gone like the wind, all I see now is falling snow.
Today I will let you go as I used to go under my teacher. I will not differentiate today. I'll feel I am learning. And my great good teacher, Santa Zara Singh, is teaching. This is how he used to talk. I'll exact copy him. I'll translate in English, but in his tone and accent. Come on the mold, the mud, the earth, sit and fold yourself. Build the orchard of yourself into the farm. Shaktis back to back with Shaktimans in straight line. Listen with 2 ears, God-given holes, if you have not already put the lead in them. Chin in, chest out, and your eyes duly closed. If the outer eye you blind will not know how to close, inner eye will never open.
Particularly this lineage now needs people who have understood that their past was a way of allowing them to express the gifts that they brought from afar, from the distant galaxy in the different times. And that now it's time for me to present what I have to the world to make the world a better place and help others not get caught in the riptide of negativity. So here we'll do our Mahan Jap, which, as we discussed yesterday, in the Rama community there's billions, there's holders of billions and billions of recitations. This is the sound current that allows you to balance the elemental forces so that your power to create and construct a new reality stream for humanity is very sophisticated, very precision-like, and extremely advanced. So we'll work on that meditation here in this highly charged arena and make the kind of intent to yourself that I'll spend my days using thy gifts. There's two types of people on this planet: positive, trying to create, trying to build, trying to help, and negative, people trying to criticize, judge, and destroy. You decide which group you're going to be with. Here at Rama, we're going to keep climbing the mountain. You're welcome to join us. My teacher took me to those summits beyond imagination. And now for decades I've been wandering in the awesome beauty of the peaks. And I'm obligated to guide others into these realms. Deepen the breath. On the lower part of the mountain, you don't need a guide. You don't need a teacher. It's perfectly safe to wander around. And even a little farther up the mountain, you're safe to wander as you please. But at a certain point, above the tree lines, above the clouds, where the snow and the ice and the wind exist, you need a guide. You need a teacher. Nobody goes up there without a guide, without a teacher. The energy's too intense. The route is too complex. The falls are very dangerous and lethal. So you search, you look, you try to find a teacher, someone that can guide you. I found a Supreme Master whose vibration, like the waves, continue to be sent out. And in the lower villages, there's lots of talk, positive and negative, of someone who passed through long, long ago. but I stayed with my teacher, and I went towards the summit. Monday, I agree to go all the way to the summit of spirituality, to go towards enlightenment. And I understand on a polarity planet I'll attract equal negative forces. But so I don't get trapped in the lower realms and wander aimlessly without direction, lost, turbulent, destructive emotions. I keep my eye on the summit. I hold tight to my teacher, the discipline he gave me, and I continue to climb higher, higher, and higher. Which way are you gonna go? Destiny is the highlands, fate is the lowlands. Yes, and I'm the pure, immaculate sound of my teacher, of my guide, of my own higher consciousness, my own cosmically connected intuitive nature. Will you find that connection? Will you be led to the esoteric places of power? Will you find the portals where the fountains of blessings exist? This is all your choice, no one else's, and no one can make it for you. So what you want to do is meditate as we make our way there towards what is it that my kind of destiny would like to receive, needs to receive, has made a contract with time and space to receive that will allow me to accelerate my own direction and my own purpose and the own reason for me coming to the planet Earth. Okay? All right, set now.
So what teacher is, whose teachings are within you? Because you cannot destroy you, because you never created you. For you, teacher is a man. For some people, teacher is just a father which they never had. Or teacher is just a man which they couldn't get satisfaction from. Or for some people, teacher is just a person to come and play around. But for some people, teacher is the altar of their destiny. The people who believe their teacher is the altar of their destiny have found a teacher. Others are looking for small events for a long shot. So in reality, every human has the right of infinite energy. The purpose of life is to experience beyond you. When you love beyond you,
and in the high places, you find the masters, you find the angels, you find the devas, you find the beings who bring delight, joy, insight, fill you with the love of life, the love of helping others, the love of being a positive, creative, productive force. Beyond that wisdom, beyond that meditative power, the ability to find happiness, maintain happiness, and share happiness.
later on, what happened so happened, somebody once asked me a question, how come you won and we all failed? I said, you all have knowledge. I didn't have a knowledge. All I knew is, he's my teacher and not a preacher. And all I know is, what word he utters is the only reality, else everything is false. History shall judge people. You know, one day I'll die, there will be nobody, I'll be gone, but there will be no death. Body shall die, work shall keep going, and work is always rewarded. Those who worship work are always worshipped. There's no other way. Because everybody has to die. You want to create lineage or you want to create legacy?
And then to the fortunate yogi, after many lifetimes of meditation, you might hear in the distant space of your mind that celestial sound current if you can align yourself with the sound and activate the love of the sound and the love of hearing, embodying, speaking, projecting, breathing the sound, I'll give you what I gave Nanak. That's your quest. That's your desire. That's your hope.
Namo, 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 namo. 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 Namo,